Morning folks, Massey Dave here. It's Wednesday morning. Yeah, there's some there waiting to do. Now we're going to deal with this one. This is the one we've got brake pads to do on the front and inspection, so let's get on with it. Another one to do later, and we'll try and get back and do some more on the axle of the 1200 that's in the workshop. So let's get this show on the road. We've got one of these torque amplifiers. Makes light work of cracking the wheel nuts off of this. And then just finish it off with that gun. Fair bit of poking at Milwaukee fuel. Pleased with that. So I'll get these pads out, new ones in, and do the other side. So we've got new marker light there. Better do a bit of a wiring repair on this one because that wasn't working and that wasn't working. But we've got to get a new light because they've broken it and just wired it up. Never mind. There we go, new pads fitted. Now we've got to do is go in the back and adjust them up, because at the moment it's all too loose. So you adjust them up so they're just about right. Then we can put the oil back on. There we are. Pick another lorry up for inspection. So old kit there, sorting out everybody's rubbish. We've got the epicyclic all put back together, bolted up. The internal with the where the brake pads go. Brake discs, having a good clean up. That's looking nice and tidy, isn't it? Well done, apprentice. Oh, there's no oil in your hair today either, is there? Makes a change. So yeah, once we get the brake disc back, we can reassemble this lot back into that. Right, let's go and touch some nuts on the truck now. Well, we had the side front marker light that wasn't working. Put a new bulb in. Obviously, it was blown, but we've seen that there's a bit of iffy wiring here. Got a bit chaff through, been rubbing, so we'll have to cut out and rejoin some of this. Oh, quite an afternoon doing wiring, just for a change. Soon to be doing the tractors. Well, we've got some headlights that can go on the Ford, so a quick blower with a bit of blue. Not a bad finish. Reasonable reflection, so that'll be dry tomorrow. We can get those on and wired up. Almost the last piece of the jigsaw for the Tw20. Morning, it's Thursday morning, and we're down here for an MO2, a little 3.5, 3.9 ton Renault Master thing. So we're currently sat in a queue. We've got a good man, Nick the tester today. There's one there from what was Taunton Daff, it's now Adams Morey, Travis Perkins 6-wheeler. So they're just starting that one, so hopefully about half an hour it'll be on to this one. Well, it's not an original one, but it's the closest I can come up with, and it is a dim dip beam bulb, so better than nothing. So this is the carrier plate for the brakes on a dry axle. We've got the old seal, got that out of there. Obviously, remember they were rather wet, so this is where the oil's coming through from the diff. We have one new seal here, which is the same size to fit in there nice and tightly, and we'll just make sure that it goes on here and sits down nicely on the face of the shaft there. Obviously, you've got your brake discs in here, so the oil that's on the diff side can't get through onto where the brake discs go. So I'll get this into that, in the press, and squeeze it into place. Just one other thing to note with these, they have a hole there, which in the housing there is a hole there, which allows oils to drain out through a little carriageway there, which then lines up with that drain port in the housing. So if oil does come through the seal, it should naturally drain through the hole, through that and out. If you don't get that right, then it's going to come out and not work its way there quickly to give you that telltale sign that the oil seal's had it. So just make sure you got that hole lined up with the hole there in the carrier plate. Well, bearings in. I don't know if you can see that there. You can just see the holes lined up through the seal. And one bearing seal in. That just hit my leg. That's going to be a nice little bruise and a cut. Bugger. There we go, that's the second one done. Nice shiny new seal. Hopefully that'll keep the oil out of the brakes. All I want now is the brake disc to come back from being lined and we can reassemble things. So we've got a little visitor today. This is Albert. This is my apprentice's little boy. All right, Albs? He likes his yellow. He's going to have a sit in the Ford. I'll explain in the next one why he's visiting this afternoon. Go on, mate. Up you go. What do you think of that then? Look at that. Wow.
I didn't go into the next one.
Yeah. This is what your mum, apprentice, and myself have been doing a lot of work on. We've restored this.
How do I do that?
How'd you get down? You have to have some wings, you have to fly. Go on then, up you go. Oh, come on, mummy, give him a hand. Go on, another step. Up you go. Nearly there. That looks better, doesn't it? That's a comfier seat in that one, isn't it? I'll face the right way. So what do you think of it? It's good. So we've got more on the go. There's more to do. There'll be more like this soon. Well, when we get round to it. Afternoon. So as I said from earlier video, I'll explain a little bit about the little man, Apprentice's little boy Albert. He had a tough start in his life. He's 7 going on 3. Quite a few learning difficulties. And he's had quite a lot of hospital appointments for various things, and he had one for his eyes today. Very in-depth appointment, and yeah, he ain't very good, which is a shame. So over the last year or two, I've done a lot to help try and get some appointments, and through family, friends and that, who are in places that know and people that know, hopefully getting somewhere. But the school he's in seems to not very helpful. So yeah, we're doing our best to get things together for his needs that he requires, and he not through his own fault. So yeah, very productive day. So hopefully she'll have a report for the next hospital appointments, and hopefully he can get the due care for his conditions and learning difficulties that he's got. But other than that, he's very switched on some things, but for a 7-year-old, can't read, can't write, and yeah, shame. But sometimes the system does fail people, and he's, without having a go and asking questions and pushing the right buttons in the right places. But hopefully things will come through, and should be able to get him into a more suitable school that will fulfill his requirements and needs and learning requirements. So that's a little brief on Albs. And his sister, the other hand, Megs, what a brain box. Determined she wants to be a vet, loves animals. So yeah, one extreme to the other, but both lovely kids. So yeah, I've done my bit to try and help, and obviously not having a family of my own, I try and help people where I can. And yeah, enjoy fixing stuff and fixing tractors and doing trucks and things. So there we go. Anyway, that's enough ranting and stuff for now. It's beer o'clock. So I'll say cheerio for now, and thanks for watching. Click the old like and subscribe. Any comments? Thank you very much. Until the next time, which will be Saturday now. So see you soon.